We're serving up a platter of Roths. Yes, all the Roths, spiced with conversion ladders, garnished with triple tax advantage HSAs, and paired with a side of dividend income generating
Ooh.
taxable brokerage accounts. Hungry yet?
Yes, but wait, there's more. We've got a sample of house hacking hacks, a sprinkle of low cost cities, and a pinch of market volatility calculators to spice up your early retirement dreams. Who needs a charcuterie board when you've got this much financial flavor, David?
And for dessert, a tasting of fire flavors. Fat, lean Coast Barista. So grab a plate and pen because we're serving it up on Queer Money episode 569 today. Let's get this money or dinner party started. The mission of Queer Money is to financially empower the LGBTQ plus community. Join us in thanking Capital One for supporting that mission.
So now I'm kind of hungry,
Right?
but people are hungry to live better lives. And that's why we're talking about early retirement because nobody wants to work anymore.
Right.
And what's better way to do that than to have a solid early retirement strategy, which is what we're going to share some amazing tools with you today.
Exactly. Our first one here is all the Roths. That includes Roth IRA accounts, Roth 401k accounts, and Roth conversions. These accounts allow your contributions to grow tax-free, and qualified withdrawals are not taxed either. So it means your money grows faster. You can withdraw contributions from these accounts without penalties. So if you put in $2,000, you can take that $2,000 out without any penalty, without any consequences. So it is a way of tapping into that money even earlier if you want to retire earlier. That is an advantage of those.
You can't withdraw the earnings tax free, though. There is a
Correct.
penalty on that. And of course, you pay taxes on that if you do it
Exactly.
prematurely.
Exactly. And the other thing is Roth conversion ladders. Roth conversion ladders are basically a strategic way of converting money from a traditional retirement account into a Roth account over a several year period so that you can access the converted funds penalty free after 5 years. You basically build this 5 year runway that allows you to start tapping into non-tax retirement money in 5 years.
Tool number two are taxable brokerage accounts. So if you don't want to tap into those Roth accounts too early because you want to cut that compounding growth, makes total sense. You can tap into taxable brokerage accounts. There are no age restrictions on withdrawals, of course, and they offer near immediate liquidity, not immediate liquidity, but near immediate liquidity. Taxable accounts can generate dividend income and interest payments to help subsidize your lifestyle until you're able to tap into traditional retirement accounts or you start getting Social Security. So this could be sort of a stopgap, so to speak, or a bridge between early retirement and when you finally cross the rainbow bridge to the traditional retirement age.
Right. The other nice thing about taxable accounts is that you can do what they call tax loss harvesting or strategic tax bracketing. And basically what you're doing is you're selling investments so that you minimize the amount of taxes that you have to pay, which can be a big thing for folks in retirement. You might want to minimize the amount of taxes that you pay. This is actually a tool that the very wealthy use on a regular basis to keep them from having to pay large amount of taxes. It is something that's available to everyone, so we can tap into this too if we want. One of the things that this can do is actually can get you to a point where you don't pay any taxes at all, which is we have seen the very wealthy people do this.
So you can do it too.
Yep.
Our third tool here are HSA accounts. We love health savings accounts. Why? Because they offer triple tax advantages. Number one, your contributions are tax deductible, so that lowers your taxable consequences now. Number two, you get tax-free growth in the account. So the longer it's invested, the compounding compounds, and it just becomes amazing. And then, of course, qualified medical expenses are not taxed when you withdraw the money out of the account. So a lot of advantages there. And so definitely take advantage of that as soon as you can, whether you're going to retire early or not.
Exactly. But keep in mind, though, it does require you to have a high deductible health insurance plan. So check with your employer if you have an employer, or if you're going on the open exchange, look for ones that offer or allow you to contribute to an HSA. Number four, low-cost cities. The reality is everywhere it's getting more expensive. But there still are cities out there, locations out there that have lower cost housing, that have great communities, that are beautiful cities to live in, that you don't have to live in some of these mega cities that are super expensive. We did a whole series about affordable LGBTQ friendly cities to live in previously on the podcast, so go back and check out some of those episodes.
Capital One Auto Navigator does more than just auto financing. We're here to help you find a car you love, too. Shop millions of cars from thousands of dealers nationwide. Research your favorite makes and models. Explore dealers near you and more. All on Auto Navigator.
And our number five tool here is house hacking. We've talked about this ad nauseum on the show as well. There are multiple different ways to house hack. Just some to consider are similar to Blanche, right? You can rent out room in your current home to someone or several other people to help them. They can pay for rent to live in your house, and you can use that to pay off your mortgage or to cover some of your expenses. But you could do what we're doing similarly, is buy a multiplex. We currently have a duplex where we're living in one half and we've got a renter in the other half, which is good for us. If you're not into having to buy another property or having people live in your home with you because you like your personal private space, the storage industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. In fact, $44 billion a year. So tap into that by using your attic or your garage or your basement space to store other people's goods. You can advertise this. We've seen it a number of times on places like Facebook Marketplace or the Neighbor app. This is a way to generate money for a space you're technically not even using. So that can help subsidize your lifestyle until you're able to tap into traditional retirement accounts or into Social Security.
It also could be something that funds your retirement accounts if you are in a situation right now where you don't have a whole lot of extra money to put into retirement. Our sixth recommendation here, or sixth tool, is to estimate market volatility's effect on your retirement savings. So we literally got this question. Someone on YouTube asked us, what are you recommending that I do with my investments now that the Orange Oompa Loompa has been elected as president? And so if you are concerned about the effects of tariffs on your portfolio, there is a calculator for that. There are simulator tools out there that help you understand when is the best time to withdraw or what is the best amount to withdraw from your retirement accounts. The two that are out there that we have seen are Portfolio Visualizer and Morningstar's Portfolio Analysis. Both of those have a free trial period, but they are calculators that you do have to pay for if you're going to use them long term. But what this really can do is to help you find the best time to withdraw money so that you're not spending more money than you need to in retirement.
And our number 7 tool is a little bit abstract, but we'll elaborate. And that is FIRE. There are different kinds of FIRE, which stands for financial independence, retire early. The traditional definition or look of FIRE is you leave your employer and you kind of work for your own business, or you have other income streams that can help subsidize your lifestyle until you're able to tap into traditional or retirement accounts or to Social Security. But there are a number of other kinds of FIRE, such as retire entrepreneur, which is the bucket we fall into. We don't work for somebody else, but we have multiple small businesses of our own, multiple income streams of our own that we don't have to work for somebody else. Then there's retire investor. You could just be living off of your investments. Say you have dividends coming in from your taxable brokerage account that we talked about earlier, or you've got income coming in from rental properties. There, your FIRE is an investor FIRE. Then there's lean FIRE. If you're a penny pincher and you can live in a low-cost city and you don't need to have an extravagant lifestyle, the more you're able to save and to guard your expenses, the earlier you could retire. So you might fall into that bucket. But on the flip side, you could be fat FIRE, where you're living large and in charge. You just need to have the income and the assets to be able to live that way. Then there's coast FIRE, which I think a lot of people fall into this bucket, where they've contributed enough over the course of their working years into a retirement account that they might be able to dial back how much they're contributing on a reoccurring basis, because by the time they retire, their investments will grow substantially to cover their lifestyle at that point. Then, of course, there's barista FIRE, which may be more applicable to people who are looking to retire early. You don't necessarily have enough money, income coming in to bridge the gap before you can tap into traditional retirement accounts or Social Security, but you get a part-time job, such as being a barista at a coffee shop, being a greeter at Walmart, and those are just the two extreme examples, but there are a number of ways where you can work part-time or even part-time to help cover some of your living expenses that allows you to retire earlier.
Yeah, so we provided 7 tools here. Take a look at these and see how they apply to your individual circumstances and how you can use one or more of them to help expedite your time period to get to retirement.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One, N.A., member FDIC.
Thank you for joining us for another episode. Get your Career Money takeaway and the resources mentioned in this episode from this week's newsletter.
Then join us next Tuesday when we share the 5 financial freedoms with you. It used to be 4, but we had a financial freedom bebe the other day, and we can't wait to share what the new fifth freedom is with you. And then next Thursday, join us as we cover the many parts of Medicare and essentially why you should care about Medicare. So until next time, stay fabulous.